Put your hand over the beam of light so they don't see us coming.
Good thinking, Anthony, good thinking. I wonder which way Loomis went. These ships are like labyrinths. You can't find her.
Get it, forget it. When we get to the next landing, we pick a direction, we'll go in there, and we'll listen for voices. We'll find them.
All right.
Oh, are you okay?
Yes. I'm fine.
You let me go first.
All right.
All right.
Here, give me the flashlight. Take the flashlight. Here, let me give you some. All right. Can you get behind me?
Can you? Mr. Mr. McCord?
You damn fool! Someone was following you. This place is probably crawling with cops.
No, not cops. It's McCord. That's who's out there. And he wouldn't call in the cops. You know that as well as I do.
All right, you follow me. We're going to find out exactly who it is. And I hope it is McCord. I have a score to settle with him. I can't think of a better time or place. Come on.
Mr. McCord? You all right? Shh. Right here. Listen, can you get up? Come on, I can't leave you here. Can you get up?
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Come on. Jenny, go down that corridor. I'll take this one. Go on.
award-winning Guiding Light. This portion is presented...
Mr. Reardon, I presume? Don't move a muscle, Mr. Reardon. Otherwise, our friend Quentin here will have breathed his last breath. Well, that's right. I know who you are. I know that from observing you and your family in your scroungy boarding house down on 7th Street. I said, don't move. What you're thinking would be most unwise.
Tony, stay there. Don't worry about me. Just find Nola.
Shut up! You're my ticket out of here, Quentin. I happen to know that Jamie left my cradle in the trunk of his car, which is parked up there in that pier. So you and I are going to go for a little drive, Quentin. And when we're well away from here, I shall have the long-delayed pleasure of dispatching you. Now let's get moving.
Just stay where you are. Tony, stay there. I don't give a damn about you. Would you just find Nola?
Silas, don't leave me.
Jamie, you're a fool. You allowed yourself to be followed, Jamie, so you're just going to have to pay the consequences. But I do thank you for delivering my cradle.
Now let's move, Quentin.
Come here. Let him go.
No, it's getting away.
Let him go. No. Find Nola. Come on, move it. I don't care anything about it. We have to find Nola. Oh, come on, this way. Come on, wait. Come on.
Hey, no. Thank God you're all right.
Okay.
Louise?
Don't talk. Don't talk. She's fine. She's wonderful. You're going to be with her in a few hours, Noah.
Hey, come on, let's get out of here. We can talk when we get home, okay?
Right. Are you all right? Stand up.
Oh. Oh.
Can you walk?
I don't know.
No. Here, let me carry you. Come on. Take it easy.
Okay, you got her?
Yes. You lead, I'll follow.
Okay, come on.
We're going home, Nola.
Let's go.
We're going home.
Come on. Come on. See?
Mother, would you please stop drying that same dish? Sit down, relax.
I'm sorry, honey. I didn't realize I was doing it.
No, so please just sit down.
I can't sit down. It's been dark for over an hour. Your brother said he'd call after it was dark. He promised.
Mom, he said after dark.
Yeah, it's only 9:45. Don't worry.
But why did he hang up when Lieutenant Wyatt got on the phone? It only means he's in some kind of trouble. I think I'm going to call Lieutenant Wyatt, see if he's heard anything else.
Mom, no, Mom, please don't call Lieutenant Wyatt. He already told you that there's no way for them to trace the phone call. They're doing all that they can with the information they have, and there's nothing more you can tell them now. You just be bothering them.
I don't know what to do, Maureen.
Hello.
You heard anything?
No, we've just been sitting here nervously waiting. Listen, have you had anything to eat?
No, I just left the hospital. I didn't call.
Well, listen, I'll fix you something.
No, honey, please let me do it. It'll take my mind off everything. Hurry up, get the phone, Maureen.
Hello?
Mo?
Hey, Tony, we've all been a nervous wreck waiting for you to call.
Well, listen, you don't need to worry anymore. I'm fine. So is Nola.
Nola? What do you mean? Nola's all right. Where are you?
Yeah, well, listen, it's just too much to go into now. We'll be home in 4 or 5 hours. I'll explain it all to you then. Listen, don't go making Mom crazy. But Nola's kind of weak. I mean, she's all right and everything. She's just a little weak.
You telling me the truth?
Come on, of course I'm telling you the truth. You want proof? First thing she asked me was, how's Kelly Louise?
Yeah, fine. Well, great. Can I talk to her?
No, she's back in the car with Mr. McCord. Listen, we're gonna be home in about 4 or 5 hours, so just relax and you can talk to her all you want when we get home, okay?
Well, I never thought I'd see anybody ever again. Then when I saw you walk through that door, I thought I was dreaming or something. I've been dreaming a lot lately. I've been tied up so long.
Nola, please, don't talk now. You're tired. You need some rest. But everything is going to be fine, I promise you. I won't let anything happen to you. Tonight, you're going to see your little Kelly Louise, and you'll be home in your own bed. In your own bed in my house. I want you to come home with me, Nola. My life has no meaning without you.
But what about Helena?
No, there is no Helena in my life. No, Helena. After everything that happened on that island, I behaved so badly. I'll never forgive myself. If you could find it in your heart to forgive me, I promise you I'll never, ever reject you again.
Oh, no, you're hurt.
Oh, I'm fine now. I'm fine. Now that you're back with me, my life has meaning again.
Where did Tony go?
He went to get you some soup and something to drink.
I'm not hungry. I can't eat.
It's all right. You're just tired and weak and exhausted. But you're all right. We're going home now, Nola. Together. We're going home.
Oh, Tony, thank goodness. It's such a relief to hear from you. I've been so worried ever since Maureen told me they found your car abandoned in that cemetery.
Hey, well, you didn't need to worry. I'm just fine.
Well, she also said the police found a crowbar with blood on it. What is that all about?
Listen, it's a pretty long story. I'll explain it when I get back. Mr. McCord's the one that got hit with a crowbar, though.
Oh, good Lord. Is he all right?
Well, I think so, but I won't be sure until we have a doctor look at him when we get back. Listen, I gotta go, okay? We'll be home in about 4 or 5 hours, and tell everybody I love him.
All right, Tony, but please just be careful. Well, he sends his love to everyone, and he says that he'll be back in 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, I'm so glad. I just want to know he was all right. I still don't understand how Nola got involved in all this. And if he's 4 or 5 hours away by car, why did she send me a letter from Hollywood? Or who sent it, or why?
All I know is what he told me. I think we'll just have to wait until he gets back here to explain it all.
At least they're all right.
Yeah, I can tell you that Tony's not the one who was hit by the crowbar. Mr. McCord was.
Mr. McCord?
Yeah.
Is he all right?
Well, Tony seems to think so.
I don't know how you can be hit with a crowbar and still be all right.
I'll stick around and check them both out if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, Ed, that'd be real reassuring.
Oh, thank you. Oh, listen to who's there. I'm going to go right upstairs and tell Baby that her mom is all right and that she's going to be coming home.
Well, I guess all we can do now is wait.
But Ed, did you talk to Kelly in the hospital today?
Yeah, I saw him in the cafeteria as I was leaving. He was starting his dinner.
Well, is he, how is he?
Numb. He doesn't know which way to turn.
Does he know that Morgan left for New York like that?
Well, if he does, he's not telling anyone about it. And I'll tell you something, if he finds out that Morgan is gone like that, it's going to hit him pretty hard, I can tell you.
Hi, Kelly. Can I join you?
Jennifer, hi. Yeah, sure. Sit down.
Well, you're a hard man to locate.
It's my new intern schedule. Keeps me hopping.
Kelly, I had a long talk with Morgan. And I know now why you two had that terrible argument.
I suppose you knew all along about the mugging.
No, I had no idea. In fact, I was very angry with her that she didn't tell you about it, just as she should have told me. But, Kelly, I do think Morgan had her reasons that she felt that you wouldn't accept, but reasons that she felt were right. And I think she didn't tell you so long after the fact because she was afraid it would make things worse.
Look, Jennifer, I know that Morgan paints this incredible picture of me as a man with an uncontrollable temper, but she really can't use that this time to blame this situation on me. Now, this is part of a pattern. Morgan does not trust me enough to be honest with me, and now I don't trust her. So what kind of relationship can you have without trust?
Kelly, there are problems in every relationship. No marriage is perfect because, well, no one of us is perfect. Now, you have to make a choice. Hurt pride or learning to accept the person that you love in spite of all of their faults and caring enough to make the relationship work. Now, I know Morgan should be the one sitting here telling you all this, but she's hurt, just as you are. And somehow she's convinced that you don't love her anymore.
Well, you're right. Morgan should be the one sitting here telling me this, but it's loving or not loving really doesn't have anything to do with it and never has. Now, I don't know what Morgan told you, but the reason that she didn't tell me about the mugging is because she was afraid that I would interfere with her going back to New York and her career. In fact, her career has been at the basis of more than one lie and of her withholding very important things from me in more than one instance. Now, what conclusion can I come to other than that she holds her career in a more important position than she holds our marriage?
But that's not true. And when she gets back from New York...
Oh, she did go to New York.
Yes, this afternoon. Didn't she talk to you before she...
No. Excuse me. Thank you for trying, but I've got to get back to emergency.
This portion of Guiding Light is presented by Sure and...
Justin, I signed the papers on the transfer of the shop from you to me.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I had no idea that Ross had brought the papers to you already.
Yeah, I did it today. I thought perhaps you'd want to get this wrapped up.
Justin, I still feel strange taking it over this way.
Well, don't. It's what Jackie would have wanted. And besides, it gave me an opportunity to thank you for everything you've done for me these past few weeks.
You didn't have to thank me. I was happy to help out.
I know, but nonetheless, I felt a thank you was in order.
You certainly say thank you in a big way. Guess I'm going to go up and check on Samantha.
I saw Alan at the hospital today.
And, how is he?
Oh, he's fine. He told me that he's taking Hope and going up to see Philip tomorrow.
About anything in particular?
Well, he says it's a visit, but I'm sure it's prompted by Philip's decision not to continue school at Lincoln Prep, but to come back and finish his last year in high school here at Springfield.
You know, Alan and I have discussed this somewhat, and I gather that Philip may decide to live with Hope and Alan if and when he returns.
That is not going to happen, Ross. Alan has everything. He has a son of his own. How can he deny Philip living with me?
I don't think it's a matter of Alan denying anything. I think he simply wants to comply with what Philip wants.
Philip is my son. He's a boy I lost for 13 years. Philip is going to be 17 years old. How much longer is he going to be living at home? Ross, the way I see it, is my last opportunity to spend some time with a son I never really got to know.
I understand all that. I also know that if Philip himself decides to live with Hope and Alan, I don't think there's much you can do to make him try and do something else.
There is one thing. I could tell Philip the truth.
Now, you've said yourself many times you wouldn't want to do that.
So, listen, what have you heard from Dr. Ryder about Carrie?
Oh, I've had a few conversations with him, and he's still talking in terms of it being many months before I'll even be able to see her. You know, Justin, I often wish that we had had a child, because then at least I would have something. As it stands now, there's just this terrible, terrible void.
It's the way I feel about Philip, Ross. I don't know. Intellectually, I understand all the complexities of the situation. But emotionally, I want my son with me.
Ross, there's a phone call inside for you.
It's Amanda.
Oh. Yeah. Excuse me for a minute.
How's Samantha?
Oh, she's fine.
Have you heard from Ben?
As a matter of fact, I have. He's really doing fine. He's in Florence still. As a matter of fact, he called me last week. It was just so neat to talk to him and hear his voice, and it just kind of made my whole day.
You know, I think after this transfer of the shop is settled, I strongly suggest that you go and visit Ben. Florence is a very romantic city.
Well, I'll certainly consider it.
Listen, I'm sorry, I have to go. I have to see Amanda.
At 10:30?
Yeah, she says it's business, but... Well, whatever it is, if I can, I would certainly like to help Amanda.
Maggie, you can go on to bed. Ross will be here soon, and I can let him in.
Oh, no, it's all right. I'll stay up. I'm not really tired, and when Mr. Marler gets here, he might want some coffee or something to eat.
All right, if you insist.
Oh, excuse me. Well, I know that Rinya had this place redecorated. You also planned to clean out the attic of all Mrs. Wexler's old things. And I know Mr. Evans offered to help you. Well, what I wanted to say was, I'd be willing to help you, too, if you're ready to tackle it.
No, thank you, Maggie. That's one little job I'm going to postpone for the present.
Well, I think it might be a good idea to get the job done and be done with all those bad memories.
I know, but I have so much on my mind with this trip to Madrid. Maybe sometime this fall we'll tackle that.
Right.
Strange. Ross shouldn't be here. Maggie, if it's Mark Evans, would you tell him I'm very busy? I'm working?
Yes.
Thank you, Maggie. Hello.
I'm surprised to see you. It's so late.
Well, Mark had a business meeting tonight, so I thought I'd stop up to say hello.
I have a meeting with Ross soon.
Oh, well, if it's business, I don't want to bother you.
No, it's all right. Actually, Ross has been on me about talking to you about something, and I've been putting it off. But since you're here...
Well, actually, I wanted to talk to you about something. Two things. First, I realize you're working so many late hours. You know, business meetings at 10:30 at night aren't exactly healthy.
Well, you know, with Ross, it's partly social. I wanted a friend to talk to tonight.
Well, I understand that. It's just that work is becoming so important to both you and Morgan.
Is this really about Morgan?
No, I don't think so. I think I was relating back to something Kelly said about her career becoming more important than her marriage.
I don't believe that. I don't think Kelly really believes it either.
Well, I'm afraid he does. That's what concerns me.
Do you want me to talk to him?
No, but thank you. I think Morgan is the only one that can do that.
All right. You said that there was something else you wanted to talk to me about.
Yes. I know that you promised me that you wouldn't say anything about my fears about Mark seeing another woman. I just wanted to make sure that it was forgotten.
Yes, of course it is.
Good. Thank you. Well, what is it you wanted to talk to me about?
Well, I'm sure it'll come as no surprise to you that I have named you as executor to my will. Ross has a copy of that will. I also put a copy in my safe deposit box, but as you know, those boxes are sealed upon death. So I decided to put the original copy in, well, do you remember that antique box that Lucille Wexler used to use? I put the will in there, and it's up in my room, just in case. Well, if you ever need to find it.
I just hate all this talk about wills, but after Mark and I were married, I changed mine also. I left everything to him.
I left this house and all my personal money to Morgan. But the cottage And the stock in Spaulding go to you.
Well, I had no idea. Are you sure you want to do that?
I'll get back to you.
Look, I know you have a business meeting. I'll let you get back to it.
All right.
Good night. Good night.
It's Mr. Evans on the phone.
Oh, he was probably trying to reach me at the cottage and wasn't able to.
Oh, no, ma'am. He has to speak to Miss Amanda.
Yes, Mark. Mother's right here. I'll put her on.
Thank you. Hello, darling. Oh, well, how long do you think the meeting's going to go on? Oh, well, then I'll wait up for you. Well, if I don't see you tonight, then I'll see you in the morning. Bye-bye.
Tony was right about the time he should be here in about 3 or 4 hours, huh?
3 or 4.
Well, I guess I better give you your nap, sweetheart, so you're all nice and awake. I'm sure the first thing your mommy's going to want to see is you. I'll make up Nola's room while...
Well, you know, I've had some experience with babies lately, so why don't I take Kelly Louise and put her down, and you can fix it in Nola's room.
Sure, I'd appreciate that.
Here you
Mom,
go.
is there anything I can do to help?
No, thanks, honey. We can manage. You stay here and talk to Ed.
Okay.
Say bye.
Bye, Mom.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Oh, poor Ed. This really can't be very much fun for you, especially after spending that long day at the office with all those meetings.
There's no place else I'd rather be. You know, it's really amazing. Every time I look at that little baby, I flash on all the things that happened here last summer with Nola, Kelly, and Morgan. You know, I just didn't think that anything else could come between those two after that.
Usually when outside pressures are put on a relationship, it really only serves to draw those two people together because they have to work it out together. Oh, it's the internal pressures that can really rip a relationship apart. You know, they have to want to work at it. They have to fight it against everything. And I think because of that, Morgan and Kelly will be just fine because they want this.
You know, there's something that I've been wanting to ask you ever since I got back, but then all hell broke loose, and I just haven't seemed to find the time, and I let it slide.
Talking about your divorce, aren't you?
Do you remember what I told you before I left?
That if you came home a free man, you'd want me to make a commitment to our relationship?
Well, see, the papers, the divorce papers are going to be filed any day now. And I mean, I'm going to be a free man by Christmas.
Yeah, I love you so much. You have to know how much I love you. But I just don't think I'm ready yet to say yes to a commitment that I think should last a lifetime. I'm not saying no. It's just that you and I, we have a 3-month waiting period before you're definitely free to make a decision. And I want to spend this time between now and Christmas, all this time with you, so that we can become as close as two people can possibly be, so that when and if I do say yes, I can say it with all my heart and soul.
Do you really need that time, or are you just trying to find a way to say no?
Yeah. Ed, I could say yes right now, right away if love were all, but right now there's not a thing we can do about my yes. Please, let's just use this time between now and Christmas to be together. I want to be there for you. I want to spend all my time with you. I just want to be sure that there are no ghosts of any old pains to intrude on our life together.
Listen, after Nola and Tony get here, will you come back to my place and will you talk some more about this, please?
It'll be so early in the morning by the time we get home, and we both have to go to work tomorrow.
I know, but if you have a nice boss and if you play your cards right, maybe he'll give you the morning off.
Oh, how can I refuse?
Would you like me to relieve you at the wheel for a while?
No, I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Now that Nola's safe, nothing else matters.
Yeah. Listen, why don't you try to get some sleep, too, huh? You know, we get back to Springfield, I'd have somebody look at that head. You get a pretty nasty gash there where Helena whacked you with that crowbar.
Stop bleeding. I'm all right.
Suit yourself. I'm glad one of us can sleep. It'll feel good when we get back and we can all get some shut-eye, huh?
Anthony, did Nola eat or drink anything when you brought the food to the car earlier?
No, nothing. She said she couldn't hold it down. Hey, you don't think she's sick or something, do you?
She's very warm.
She got a fever?
No. No, she's just tired. Just tired. She needs to be home. She needs some rest. She'll be fine.
Lydia, would you get examining room 6 ready for Brown and continue the medication?
Sure. What about visitors?
No visitors. And be sure and have Dr. Hazelton check her out to confirm my diagnosis when she gets in.
Sure. Oh, would you sign a clipboard for me, please?
Sure.
Excuse me. Whoops.
Kelly. Good morning.
Listen, I understand one of my patients, a Mrs. Richardson, has just been brought in.
Yeah, about half an hour ago.
What's the situation?
Well, difficulty breathing, pains in her chest, tingling in her left
Where's
eye.
she now?
Let's send her on up to cardiac care. Her husband's there. He wants to talk to you.
All right, I'll go up. Listen, thanks for moving so fast on this and having someone call me.
I'm just sorry about the hour.
Well, 1:30 in the morning is actually not so bad. I've been called in later than this. You know that doctors can't keep regular hours.
All right.
I'll be upstairs.
Okay.
And when she gets back from New York...
Here we are.
Start to help a little.
You can just leave it there, Maggie. Thank you.
Oh, good Lord. I had no idea it was so late. Sorry. Look, I should forego the coffee and get out of here, or else neither one of us will be any good at the office tomorrow.
Today.
Today, yes.
I don't mind stopping work. I just wish you wouldn't rush off. At least not just yet.
Oh?
I mean, I'd like a chance to tell you how grateful I am for you going over all these details with me tonight.
Oh, no need to thank me. It was good for me. Therapeutic, you know. It keeps my mind off other things.
Yes, I know. But I can't tell you how good it is to have someone to talk to. Sometimes it gets...
What, lonely? Yeah, you're very right.
You too?
Oh, yes. Quite often. Believe me, I was in no hurry to go to the carriage house after I was done at Justin's. You know, it seems to me that the early morning and late night hours are the absolute worst when you're alone. I mean, in the daytime, I can cope with it somehow, but when it gets to be very late at night, I get to thinking that everyone in the world has someone to be with, except me.
I know that feeling very well. Oh, I can handle the daytimes, too. Without any problem. You know, meetings and work and people to see and have lunch with, but it's those late night hours when this house is so empty and quiet that I begin to wonder if I'm ever going to have anyone in my life. Someone who's just mine, alone.
I hope you do find someone, Amanda. I know that he's going to be a very lucky man. Who'd be calling you at this hour? You want me to get that?
Yes, would you?
Amanda Spaulding's residence. Hello? Yeah, look, I know someone is there. Who is it? Hello?
Who was it?
Well, I don't know. I do know that someone was there, but they wouldn't say anything, and then finally they just hung up.
Check Claire Louise again. She's fine.
Oh, thanks, honey. Oh, shouldn't they be here by now?
Mom, you heard Tony tell you himself that it'd be at least 4 or 5 hours before they got here. Now, if that's the case...
If that's the case, they should have been here by now, Maureen.
I just wish you'd stop pacing. You're gonna wear a hole in the floor, and you're gonna wear yourself out by the time you get
I'm
here.
all right. Stop worrying about me, everybody.
All right, she's all right. Stop worrying
I'm
about
gonna
her.
wear myself out. How could I wear myself out? I'm just a bundle of nerves, that's all.
Ma?
Tony! Tony! Oh, where's your sister?
I wanted to come in and talk to you before Mr. McCord brings her in.
What's the matter? What's the matter? Don't keep anything from me.
Mom, just let him talk.
What's the matter? Tell me,
She's
Tony.
been through a lot. She's tired, and she doesn't look so good.
Look so good. You don't look so good yourself.
Forget that. I just wanted to talk to you so when Mr. McCord brings her in, you're not shocked, okay?
Oh, no, honey. We've been so worried about you.
Come on, over here. Sit down now. Just rest. There you go.
I'm so tired.
I know.
Honey, we were so worried about you. We got your note, and then we got your letter.
I just want to see Kelly Louise.
She's got a fever. Check her for a fever.
McCord, sit down. I want Hillary to look at your...
I will. You'll check her first.
Sit down.
Yes.
I want to see my baby now.
I want to check you over first now.
But I want to see her now.
Let me take a look at that bruise, Mr. McCord.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You could have a concussion.
Believe me, I'm all right.
Let me just look at it.
She's upstairs sleeping. She's going to be fine. You don't want to go up if you've got something contagious, do you?
No.
All right, she's really got a fever.
I know.
No, I want to go see my baby.
No, honey.
No,
Don't look at that. Oh, don't look at it.
Please, Amanda, feel free to call me whenever you're feeling lonely, or even if you just want to talk.
I will.
I mean it. I'm not just saying
All
that.
right, I promise I will. Thank you for being such a good friend tonight.
Well, as I told you, it was reciprocal. Amanda.
Don't answer that, please.
Amanda, what is wrong?
Don't answer it. Nothing.
Look, have you been getting crank calls like you were when Lucille was harassing you?
No, it's nothing like that.
Then why don't you want me to answer the phone?
It stopped anyway.
Listen, as late as it is, I'm going to stay here until you tell me what's frightening you so much.
Well, it took us a little while to find the cabin. When finally we got in there, we untied her. She passed out. Mr. McCord had to carry her to the car, and then she slept all the way back.
Oh, what an awful experience.
No wonder she looks like she does. I've never seen her so pale. I just hope and pray she's all right.
Mr. McCord, you all right?
Fine. No, not really. I'm not all right, and I won't be all right until I have some word that Nola is all right.
Listen, why don't we have somebody look at that bruise now, okay, while we're just waiting?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. I allowed you to dress the wound. It's fine now. I'm not leaving here until I hear something about Nola.
Why is it taking them so long?
Ma.
How long does it take for somebody to find out if somebody's sick or not?
Come here. Over here and sit down, okay? You want some coffee?
No, I don't want any coffee. I want to know if Nola's all right.
All right, what do you make of all this?
Well, with a fever of 103, blood pressure reading that low, white blood cell count as high as it is, and severe dehydration, my first guess would have to be gastroenteritis.
Right, we got a pretty sick young woman on our hands here. Let's get her in a private room and onto an IV.
Right away.
We were lucky to get her here when we did. Very lucky.
Ellie Louise. Mr. McCord.
Cooked us a delicious meal, as always.
How nice.
What are you doing here at the Springfield Towers?
Well, I just